Hello and welcome back to my channel, Checks Capture Stress. Today's video is going to be game 29 of the Rapid Increase. So nearly at 30 here. Now, we was able to get a nice win last time out, so let's hope we can do that again. Now, someone from Serbia, 1828 here. We're going to play the French defence. So he's going to, play the F4 here, King's Gambit like. And that's a little teaser for something that will be I'll be announcing in the next few days. So, wow, very strange move here of H4. But we've got our normal position so far. He's going very aggressive, so we could honestly, for, how we're going crazy every game, I say we should take risks now and then, and I have not abided my own rules. Though, if I'm seeing this, I really do feel like castling queenside might be a little bit on the safer side. Now, I normally think queen b6 here, as is normal, French defence ideas. But queen c7 could be a bit more defensive because we are casting that queen side. But I do still think queen b6 is going to be the strongest. I'm expecting that. And I guess my knight's not ending up on g6. Otherwise, I think it's going to have a bit of a difficult pathway to get through. So, let's think. Now, I think here, we could actually try and play f6 quite early. Normally you're supposed to play f6 quite late here, but I do feel like f6 can be slightly good in this position. Even if he doesn't take, we actually could win this. So maybe forcing him to waste another move with a pawn move. He has actually only played pawn moves as well. And I feel like this will bite him right back. And hopefully we can get a result from this, as we are going to queenside castle. We're going to make that bold decision and see if it pays off. Now I'm thinking about this push, but this will happen now. He is going to have an attack. That is the thing we're going to have to be careful of. Now if we was to capture here, it's not really the best. Can we push here? No, because of the monstrosity of pawns. I do still think we actually do capture here, though. Just so we can get even that now. So we are going to capture. I'm expecting the pawn to capture. I'd love the knight to capture. That'd be such a help here, because we're just going to get rid of that knight and open up the f-file for us, actually. So we'll be able to play moves like g6 and maybe try that, but I don't know, as he's going to take the pawn. Now I'm actually thinking knight h6, but annoyingly the bishop could capture. Still might not be that bad though, but I do think we actually, if we get the knight here, we can go there. If it gets attacked, we obviously have that. So we're going to play knight to e7 here. I'm trying to play a little bit faster for a change as well. Trying to speed up, as you've seen in my last 28 games of the Rapid Increase, I'm always running low on time. So we're going to try and start off with being a little bit more cautious on the time. But it's been going well. If we were to win this, would be 1861. If we were to lose this, would be, I believe, 1837. Knight ace 3. Wow. So, we can definitely play our move now, but what is he planning? Knight b5, and we just play a6, and then he's going to find that move. So, we're going to counteract that straight away. We know he's going to try and get in there, and that is no way we're getting that. We are not allowing that anywhere near us. So, knight g6 for us is incoming, I feel like. I'm now slowly starting to feel that queen c7 was the better move here, attacking e5. So I should have gone with my gut. But again, as you've seen in the last 28 episodes, normally the first thing I always do is the wrong idea and not the one I'm thinking of 5 seconds after. So, queen e2, another strange move. Now, this one actually does make more sense. Is now if I go for this, he is protecting it. So we could play this idea, but again, I don't think it has anything. No, we just got to be a bit careful. Now, I'm thinking we just move our king just into a safer square. Almost a waiting move. Now, if we were to push, though, and capture, it would open it up. That's the only thing. But we get that square. So I'm going to move my king. I'm expecting this to happen. We'd get a lovely push, so please. And we'd also get a very nice bishop. But he would obviously protect that e5. Now, he's actually just going to go in. Okay. So this is now going to be an attack he's creating, which is actually a very annoying attack as well, as we're probably going to have to move both rooks now in these next few goes. So it's not very nice. So we can't play anything like this. So I feel like we might even have to play this, but then they capture. So we're going to actually have to just move both of these rooks here, which is not nice at all. So I feel like we just move the rook back here first. And I do feel like this could be a drawn-like position, because what he might do is this here, we move, and then he's just going to keep going back and forth. We can just go rook c7 though, so that does rule that out. We knew that was going to happen, and annoyingly he has got the piece there for now. Yeah, I'm just going to play up here. And what we're going to play is knight g6 next, hopefully be able to finally get this done. But as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8... There's like 10 pieces all together here. This is not what I would like. So let's just open up the tiniest bit. But it does so much. We open this, attack that. Open this up slightly. Now it's a semi-open rook. But we're only a minute down on time. That's probably personal best being 60 moves in. I'd probably already be 3 minutes left on the clock. So now I'm expecting d4. That knight is going to either go or he's actually going to... He can play this move, but that is a very, very risky move. As we will just probably play something like this weird bishop back. I really want to play this move, but I just don't think I have the timing. Because after capture, this rook is just going to be so strong. But normally it's this bishop that's bad, but now we've actually got 2 bad bishops. So I'd love to see the game review here to see how many inaccuracies I've made, as that's probably going to be the thing here. Now, what is he going to play? Surprisingly, we're now the same on time. And really, he's actually only got 1 piece. Maybe, okay, we could say 3 at best with the bishop and the queen. Really attacking us. The knight on a3 is not really doing anything. And then all his other pieces, other than his queen and bishop, aren't also there. Now, this move I looked at, I don't get it. Capture, and we just capture back here. I mean, that's just a free pawn and attacking the queen, and we're going to win this after. So that should realistically be happy days here. Which I'm gonna take the risk. Thank you very much. Let's see where I've made the mistake. I'm obviously not going to capture this back because I already know that's maybe what he could be thinking. And he might actually just try and push again here. But we've got ideas like this. You know, I'm expecting, if the capture back, do we take with the queen or do we take with the knight? I would say the knight because of stuff like that c2 square, this rook being open, this being open. We've got so much on. I feel like that d4 move was a bit of a mistake for him. But what do I know right now? I feel like his moves at the start of the game have slightly come back to haunt him. And now we might just about be able to get some sort of attack going here. And surprisingly, this is someone who actually thinks more than me on this. So, I mean, I've found a fellow guy who likes to use their time up. So, he's going to capture back. And we're just going to capture with the knight here. I'm not too worried about that. Now, I'm just thinking if he wants to play this bishop move. But then I've got check. If this comes back, I'd be very surprised if that's his whole idea. And also, it doesn't even really do anything. Well, let's take a shot at it. If he plays this, I don't know. Would we capture? Probably. No, but then he captures and attacks the rook as well. So I think after this we play the check or something. And then when that goes back down, we could do something like capture this, for example. But again, we would actually lose that, so it wouldn't matter anyway. Okay. What is he thinking? I mean, on those first 7 moves, he was thinking about moving pawns, but now, oh my god, that was nearly a royal fork, you could almost say. Is there a tactic to do that? I don't think so. Well, no, actually, it's not going to work, is it? So, what can we do? Capture. No. Now, we can actually capture this pawn. Because if he takes and we can actually recapture this, I really like that. And again, I like putting this guy under time pressure. Because, again, it's someone who thinks more than me. So, we're going to make him very confused with this move, which is probably a blunder. So let's find out again. If he captures, we're going to capture this bishop. It's all protected. Everything's fine here. Very annoyed with that bishop, because otherwise we might have been able to get, you know, some sort of discovered check, which still wouldn't have worked, because even if we did this, for example, he would just capture back with the knight, protecting the queen. So, he's actually a minute down on time now. And we're on move 19, and I still haven't got my bishop out, and he still hasn't got 3 pieces out. Maybe 4 if you count the king, which somehow, even having 0 pieces around at all, it's somehow acting as if it's the most protected piece on the board. Now, I'm just slowly starting to think we have a very nice few ideas here. As his time is now nearly, it's 1.5 minutes now. I would never have thought it would come to this. So, hopefully, you can see, I think he made a mistake not using the bishop there. But also, I think, I'm just thinking about it, I might have had stuff like this, obviously. So, there's always that idea. Now, it's taken a little bit too long, I think, to be thinking for this move. So, I must feel like if I'm right now guessing, hopefully we can go back to this on the game view, I would say I'm probably plus 2.4. So let's remember that as an estimate for when I go back to this game view and see as, wow, okay, so he's moving, hold on, I've just really realised what's going on. Check, not check, take, I'm thinking too far ahead, take, check, there we have this. If it moves its king, I think I will have something. So, now another move we can do is capture here. If this happens, fork. Oh, I like that version better though. But the more fun version is capturing. And actually, to be fair, if I take that, they take, but there's fork again. Oh no. I want to play this version. I know that taking here is probably the best move, but I like to live on the dangerous side here. So, we're going to play check. Has to move his king, otherwise he's going to lose his queen, as I wanted to. And has the master plan worked? We won't know yet, as I'm suspecting this king move, and now this is where the plan might have failed. Though, we might have something. I still think the rook move is going to happen, whatever the cause. I mean, if this bishop happens, we have the rook. If the king, you know, if it goes closer, we probably will still move with that, because we'll have the rook coming up to here, for example. Don't matter if they win a pawn. We actually have this. If they put their king on d1, could this actually, this will be checkmate with a bishop, which he obviously doesn't allow us to have, sadly. Surprisingly, every piece is, you know, defended with us here, weirdly. Now, I'm just thinking, is there a way we can capture this in time? Probably not, as I think we're just going to play this rook move. He's going to take here. We have check. This king moves, and then surely we've got to win something with this, you know, thing. Probably play something like check. King has to move up. And again, there's something there, but I'm now making arrows like Hikaru, so what do I know here? Yep, so he's quite far down on time. We're actually up 2 pawns, I believe. Yep. So that's probably him due to moving those few pawns at the start of the game. But it's been good. Quite a dominant attack here. Okay. Wow, okay. Well, he's just going to sacrifice that now. He's wasted 53 seconds to decide to do a queen sacrifice here. Now, he is going to play that, which, again, I don't even think that works, because I can actually just play this. So, now we're attacking it. I'm expecting him to just take. Now, we are going to play. I'd like to take there, but then after this, I feel like it's a bit scary. But then I also have that, so I'm gonna take. Have this. If this is played, we have check there. Then we have probably got. Well, we'd obviously be able to take by then, so that would be fine. Now he's actually just going to capture. We shall recapture. We've got checks coming. We've got this bishop move. We've got this bishop move, which is probably better because it blocks it all in. And he's just going to resign. So a very, I would say, I don't really like using the word easy win because it probably wasn't so easy. Definitely felt quite, clean. Wow. 89% accuracy I had no misses and no blunders. It's like I've won the lottery. So, yeah, all simple through here. I even had a brilliant move. I don't even know where the brilliant move. I think it was actually probably one of the sacrifices I did. So, yeah, all good. They didn't like that. That was one of my mistakes. But, yeah, all good so far. Now, this is where we're up quite a lot now. I've just got to remember, I think it was here where I said I was 2.4, I think I said up. I'm actually 5.6. So, I'm sadly wrong, as that is, I think, my first, or at least my first brilliant move in which I've won the game. So I think I had a brilliant move a while back where we drew. So, that worked, obviously, in the end, and we was able to get a huge result here. So, we win this game. So, hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and that is now 1861. So, thank you, and bye-bye.